My name is Brent, and I'm trying to become the laziest gardener I possibly can. And what that means to me is that I'm efficient and I do as little bit of work for the bounty from the garden. And so some of those things that I'm doing to try to become as efficient as possible, of course, doing a lot of study, learning from a lot of folks that are out there, and trying to test different techniques. And whichever one seems to be the simplest, the easiest, least amount of work is the one I want to go and focus on. So one of the things that I've done is I have produced some permaculture beds, and my wife wanted these to be raised bed style. And so this is the fall right now, mid-October, and what we are doing here is that inside here, all of the all there's dirt, about 50% soil, 50% wood, and so that's big logs down to small branches. You usually put the bigger ones on the bottom, but you have to make room for dirt and soil to be all the way around the logs. And so in this piece, it is going to have 50% soil, 50% logs of different sizes. As those break down, I will be able to go and feed the plants nutrients, just like a forest where you have all the organic matter that breaks down. The microbes then go and compost in those organic matter and puts it in the soil, and the microbes sequester that, ready for the plants when they need it. So here is just kind of the normal style that I have, where I'll go and pick weeds or let things that are about ending in the garden drop back down the bed, and that'll be the compost for the bed to go and keep it covered. So this is kind of like a green mulch. Right now we're towards the end of the season. We've still got a number of different plants that are still producing. Some eggplant here that I'm gonna pick for supper. So it's not too bad. I did leave a few on the vine. They're starting to rot, and I need to go and pick them. This one, you can see all the seeds there, so I'll go and harvest those seeds. I'll probably put them in a little screen and try to screen out the seeds. And so yeah, this is my one part of my garden. This part was trying to be a little bit as close as possible to the kitchen, and trying to build it the way my life would like it, with the raised beds. And I just took logs from a tree that I had felled on the property and made these small little raised beds. And as they rot, they'll just start feeding the plants. The more they rot, the more organic matter will be in there. The more organic matter, the better fertilizer for the plants, and the more moisture it will pick up. So eventually I'd like to be able to leave without watering for a couple of weeks, go on a vacation, and just come back to food in abundance. And try to be as natural as possible. The other part is a polyculture of different plants. I'll go and plant many different plants, and then as those come up, whichever ones survive are the ones that wanted to be there. So I'm kind of doing more of a natural, letting nature try to decide, what plants will come up. I typically go and plant some little soil blocks. I get my little starts going. Radishes are very easy to do that. Then I can plant them around. I can see them. I can pull back the mulch a little bit, find some soil, create a little hole, and grab one of these soil blocks, put it in there, put the mulch back around it, and now that's going to be a radish in another month or so. So I can just go around and do that throughout the permaculture beds. And if some don't make it, that's fine. Others will, and that's kind of how I do it. Trying to be the laziest gardener I possibly can.